Oh, yeah, you hear the TNA chants. You know what time it is. It's a Thursday night with the insiders for TNA Wrestling. And I got to say, I have some new sounds that I'm really excited about. This is one of them. So there we go. There we go. So we're going to get the party started. And since Deanna said it already, Derek deserves the first giggity. So here you go, Derek. And you might even get another one later. So just saying. Derek, don't even start with me about the real tigers. You know, when the little baby tigers visit the real Death Valley this Saturday, we'll see what's up. So nah, I'm just playing. It should be a good game though. I'm really looking forward to it. It should be really good. Two top 10 teams. I will say, last time they faced off against each other, not so good for my Tigers. That took us behind the woodshed, like we used to say. So, thank you all so much for joining us this evening. I greatly appreciate you. I hope this evening is going to be a lot of fun. I plan on having a lot of fun with all of you. So let me shout out some folks real quick. We got Jason Stauffer. We got James Chadwick, Hassan, the aforementioned Derek Fleming in the house. We got Deanna. We've got Anthony Slate, a member of our channel. And Anthony, I have something for our members. Just as a thank you. Every time I shout out a channel member, this is gonna play.
You, my friend, are awesome.
Yes, you are. You're awesome. So we're getting the start of the show right now. So let me turn my volume down a little bit. Hopefully you guys can't hear that. Let's see who else we got. John G, a Jedi Warrior, Dylan McClure, Barry Monkey joining us from Twitch, and Chris Wilhelm joining us from Twitch as well. Brandon Davey. I think I said Jason, but what's up, Jason? DRO, what's up? Brandon and Zach always giving us the national or international day, and today is Happy National Cherry Turnover Day. So happy National Cherry Turnover Day, everyone. Mark, what's up? Joining us from Facebook. We are streaming to you live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Let me play our preview of this week while we get set to roll here, while they're highlighting last week's episode, getting ready for this week. Yes, Derek, at some point, guys, I'm also going to try and multitask and participate in a fantasy football draft. So watch how that works live on Insiders Pro Wrestling. Should be a lot of fun. So if I go silent for a little bit, or if I make a noise and I sound like I'm pissed, it's probably because I didn't get the player that I wanted. Just being honest. So there's a lot of football news going on today too. So if you're a football fan, oh, and by the way, if you don't know this yet, Ash by Elegance won the TNA Knockouts World Title at Heatwave, defeating JC Jane, the double champ, former double champ, and Masha Slamovich. So we will see what Ash by Elegance has to say. And you know what? This is a safe place, folks. So I wanted to ask this question. How are you guys feeling? Especially some of you that aren't the biggest Ash fans. How are y'all feeling? This is a safe space. How are we feeling today, folks? How are you guys dealing with the fact that TNA does have one title back, but Ash by Elegance is your champion? How do you feel about that? Let me know in the chat. Deanna saying, hopefully Ash loses. See, I was wondering how people would feel, because I know some folks are just happy that TNA has a title back. But then some people are like, nah, it's Ash, so I can't be down with that. I don't fall. I'm just kind of neutral. I'm seeing what happens. We'll see what goes on. Mike Santana looks like he's about to make his way to the ring, and we're getting to start this night off. We are getting the tag team match. It's Mike Santana and international champ Steve Maclin going up against your TNA world champ Trick Williams and representing first class AJ Francis. So, yeah. James, who would have thought Ash would be the savior of TNA? John G saying, I'm happy for her. Barry Monkey saying, I'm glad the title is back in TNA. Disappointed it's her that brought it back. And right on time, I am joined by the one, the only, Chris Gilly. What's up, Chris?
Hey, what's up, everybody?
How you doing, man?
Doing good.
Good, man. Hey, how happy are you right now as a Packers fan?
I am extremely happy right now as a Packers fan. We got Micah Parsons.
Now, I will say this. It'll be interesting if the Cowboys fan on this channel joins us before you leave, because I want to hear that discussion a little bit, Chris. I want to hear,
funny.
like,
My best friend is actually a Cowboys fan, and I texted him. He said he's happy with what they got, and you know, is hoping that we do well with him. So
yeah. Well, Chris, man, we're starting the show hot with this tag team match. We got Mike Santana and Steve Maclin up against Trick Williams and AJ Francis. I'm gonna ask you, just like everybody in the chat, Chris, who's your pick to win this one?
I gotta go with Santana and Maclin.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, those I don't know why I get a sneaky feeling that, and hopefully this is after Bound for Glory and Maclin is successful. I mean, Santana is successful.
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling that Steve Maclin and Mike Santana are going to end up feuding at some point.
Yeah, I can see that.
So here we're getting AJ Francis. Hannafin saying the Judas of TNA Wrestling.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Derek saying go Pack go.
Yes, that's right.
Hopefully
we're going to win the Super Bowl this year.
Yeah. Let's see here. Brandon says, we'll see when my Bears take down those cheeseheads.
Bring it. That's all I got to say. It's been a while since the Bears have beaten us.
Has been a while.
Mm-hmm.
Trick Willie coming down to the ring. Chris, did you get a chance to watch NXT Tuesday?
Yep.
I did not. So if you don't mind filling us in, what did we miss on NXT?
Let's see. I'm trying to remember. It was a couple days ago. What's his name? Ricky Saints had a match against Josh Briggs to determine the new #1 contender for the NXT title, which Ricky Saints won. Mm-hmm. So he'll be going up against Obafemi at No Mercy.
Okay.
And what else happened? Blake Monroe had a match with Kalani Jordan. Jordan Grace came out and distracted her and cost her the match.
I feel like that's going to happen until those two settle their differences.
Yeah.
Here we go. We're getting underway. We got Trick and Steve Maclin in the ring first.
Dark State attacked both Obafemi and Ricky Saints when they were talking. And then Hank and Tank came out to help him. So that set up next week. There's going to be an 8-man tag match.
Okay. That'll be good. NXT has been on fire lately, man.
Oh yeah.
I don't always get to watch it live. I rarely ever get to watch it live, but when I catch up on it, I'm like, man, I wish I would have seen this live.
Oh yeah, it's so good.
Yeah. Barry Monkey saying Xia Brookside is in a WWE Speed title
Oh
tournament.
yeah, the
Okay.
Speed titles are coming to NXT.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
And so they're going to be doing like tournaments for them, like one person from TNA, one person from AAA, one person from Raw, one person from SmackDown, all fighting against each other and seeing who gets to go up against the Speed champion. Obviously, Sol Ruka's got it for the women right now.
Yeah. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I really like that.
Yeah, I think it's really cool to include TNA and AAA in that too.
Yeah. Yeah. Get more exposure on both companies.
Mm-hmm.
Now we got Santana and AJ Francis in the ring, and Santana.
Santana says, "Bring it."
Yeah. Those chops. AJ feeling that chop, man. He looking like Fred Sanford on Sanford and Son for a minute. Mike Santana trying to get AJ across the ring, but that's a big man.
Yeah.
But he gets him out of that ring with a clothesline. Mm-hmm. Trick Williams trying to be dirty, but Maclin gets him. Are we going to see Maclin and Santana fly? Well, at least Santana. Mm-hmm. Ooh, nice. With the assist.
Yep.
From Steve Maclin. So, question for you, Chris.
Mm-hmm.
Before watching TNA, had you ever seen much of Mike Santana?
No.
Okay.
I saw him a little bit when I used to watch AEW in the early days. Saw him on there, but no, I wasn't real familiar with him.
What are your thoughts on Santana?
I like him a lot. He's just a good, hard, badass wrestler. Like,
yeah,
doesn't take no shit.
Right. Speaking of that, he just gave a boot to AJ Francis right to his mouth.
Oh yeah,
and a DDT cover here. 1, 2, kick out by AJ. He feels like a throwback.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like
he has a real old school wrestling vibe to him.
Yeah, like there are several guys that feel like they could have wrestled in the 80s and 90s. Him and Maclin are actually two right off the bat for me.
Yeah.
What do we have to say about that situation? I'm going to be honest with you. I saw the video of Jedi Warrior. I've seen a bunch of stuff come out. Here's where I differ from most. I typically try to wait to have an opinion until I know both sides and every side. Obviously, you can't do what he did and go into a ring and, shoot on him when he's looking for a work. But again, I have seen stuff that saying that there was some type of disagreement beforehand. I don't know. So my roundabout way of answering your question is to say I have to go look at the recent updates before I formulate a full opinion. All I'll say is if you wanted to fight, if you wanted to get back at them, maybe wait until after the spot, go in the back, go in the locker room, and then handle business, square up. But again, I don't know all there is to know. So that's just my honest opinion. Chris, have you seen anything on that situation? Okay.
Yeah, I saw the video of it, and the thing that got me was the dude was already unconscious, and he kept hitting him after that. Like, the biggest part of wrestling is protecting your opponent.
Exactly.
And yes, you're trying to make it look real and stuff, but you're also not trying to hurt each other.
Exactly.
So he crossed a big line. It seems like. And then I couldn't believe something I saw today. Apparently, Mark Henry is saying he got what he deserved, and he's to blame for it. The guy that actually got hurt and stuff, which I don't agree with that at all.
Yeah, I think, and all respect to Mark Henry and people of his ilk, but I think sometimes people in the content space are quick to throw out an opinion on something because it gets views and it's a hot topic or it's trending.
Yeah.
And then you have to make redaction videos or you have to make updates. Maybe I should be more like that, but I kind of refuse to be like that. Yeah. So I'm gonna wait until I know everything, or at least what we get, before I'm like, yeah, this person. I mean, either way it goes. Even if the guy did do something beforehand,
yeah, that's still no excuse for what happened. Like,
yeah, you don't do that. And I mean, like you said, it's a profession where
that wouldn't even fly in UFC. I mean,
right.
The ref would stop it before it got to that point.
Right.
In UFC, especially not in wrestling.
Right. I mean, from what I saw, he might be getting some charges if he hasn't already.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's just, man. We're at our first break this evening. So, hey, Andrew. Hey, Sean Rousset. Sean saying Zaya Brookside is going to be facing Candice LeRae on the next NXT. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So if you're new to the channel, we do this thing every week to make everybody hungry around this time. And we ask everybody what they've had to eat for the day, whether it's breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack, whatever it is. Let me know in the chat. Let us know in the chat. What did you have to eat today? What's up, Jonelle? How are you? Yeah, and then they pinned the guy. I mean, like the dude was gonna.
Yeah, he was unconscious.
Yeah, I mean, it's no longer a spot at that point. Like, we don't have to finish the spot. Janelle said, had some loaded potatoes with steak. That sounds nice. Delicious. Derek saying, pizza tonight, football season in full swing, baby. That's right.
Yep.
That's right.
It is.
Man. Chris, do you do any fantasy football?
I haven't for a few years. I want to do it again. I've been trying to see if anybody I know is doing a league that I can join, because I miss doing it.
Here's what I'm thinking about. My son really wants to learn how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been thinking about putting a league together. Me, him, like he has his own team. I have my own team, and any other parents and their kids that want to get in. So if I have enough folks between now and maybe next Wednesday, maybe we can get together and do a draft or something like that online. Cool. And because I would like to do that. I would like to have that fun. So let's see here. Pork chops and rice for Andrew. Damien having baked pork chop and rice. John, sausage parm sandwich with salad and mozzarella sticks for lunch. John, where's my plate, dude?
That's a heck of a lunch right there.
That is. That's a good lunch. Brandon had a patty melt and garlic bread. Sounds delicious. Turkey burgers and French fries for Brandon. Michael saying Taco Bell. What did you have from Taco Bell, Michael? Coming back from break right now, and Steve Maclin just gave a vicious clothesline in the corner to AJ Francis. He's got him reeling, and he just picked him up, and at Olympic Slam, that looked pretty easy for him.
Yeah.
That's a big man.
AJ Francis ain't a small guy.
Not at all. AJ throwing him into the corner, but gets a boot from Maclin. Maclin going up that second rope. Oh, Trick gave just enough of the distraction. Sean Rousset had a personal pan pizza from Subway with pepperoni, cheese, and bacon for lunch. I don't know how many folks have had the pizzas from Subway. They're pretty good.
I didn't know Subway had pizza.
They're pretty good. Yeah, I don't know if they do it at every location, but they're good. Derek saying, I'm in, Jeff. I just don't think our kid thinks I'm cool. That's a joke. He's at that. How old is he? I'm still kind of cool to my kid, kind of. Some days I get the dad, you're weird stuff, but I'm still kind of cool to 17. Okay, yeah. I understand that. John G is eating Taco Bell too.
Nice.
When would be the right time? Bound for Glory, John L. I think Bound for Glory is the time where Trick drops the title. Could be wrong, but I think that's the time.
Yep, it starts next Thursday, John.
Do I like the card for Sunday? To be honest with you, I had completely forgotten that Clash was Sunday until right before the stream. So,
hang on just a second.
Okay, no problem. So needless to say, because of that, we will not be on Sunday. But yeah, I completely forgotten. I'm cool with the card that I've seen so far. I'm looking forward to seeing Roman and Bronson. That will be that's the one I'm looking forward to a good bit. Start a fantasy league with the channel and name it. Oh, I like that. Andrew. Let's see here. Do you call up Trick Williams to the main roster after he drops the TNA World title? I would probably say yes. Because I don't know what else he can do in NXT, to be honest with you. I think he's pretty much done it all. And I think part of this run is to make him more mainstream and well-known, to appeal to a different audience, possibly. But, big forearm there from AJ Francis. Yeah, that's right. Live TNA Impact episode next Thursday. Be here. I will be. Deanna saying, I bet Roman versus Bronson kicks it off. Jason, what's up, Jason? Peace. Mike Santana with that hot tag in here taking care of business against Trick Williams, but Trick gets him back, throws him off those ropes, but Mike Santana, he's ready. Chop there from Mike Santana. Now a reversal here, throwing Mike Santana into the corner. Action picking up here. Hey, Jason, I'm doing well, man. Jason saying, I'm starting my wrestling training next Saturday. Well, good luck, my friend. Congratulations. Go out there, have fun, enjoy it, because it is definitely unique. And covered there by Mike Santana. 2 count. That was a close one. Have fun with it, Jason. Have fun with it. You're going to create a lot of memories that you'll remember for the rest of your life. So have a lot of fun with it, my friend. And like I said, if you ever need to bounce things off of somebody, talk things out, you have any level of frustration with training, you know how to find me. So, Santana, here we go. 1, 2, and AJ Francis comes in for the save. A Jedi Warrior saying, I'm having Taco Bell as well. A lot of Taco Bell in the chat tonight. A lot of y'all running, what was the thing? Run for the border is what the thing used to be. Their slogan. I'm dating myself now. That's how old I am. I'm having grilled cheese burrito, no sour cream, add potatoes. Mike Santana picks up the win. Trick was not happy about it, and now Mike Santana and Trick Williams are in the middle of that ring. The referee is trying to stop Mike Santana from giving Trick the beats, but he ends up rolling out of the ring. Mike Santana and Steve Maclin, the winners of the match.
Trick's just getting beat up lately.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, hey, man, unfortunately, I'm about to jump off here early. A friend of mine just stopped by.
Okay. Well, hey, thank you so much for stopping by, man. I really,
no problem, man.
Really appreciate it.
Yeah, I'll chat with all you guys later.
All right, man. See you, Chris.
For the rest of TNA.
All right, you too, man.
All right, see ya.
Gia Miller with Cedric Alexander and the TNA X Division champ, Leon Slater. While you're training, if I'm overweight, will it get burnt really fast? Yes, Jason. The advice that I would give you is not only rely on your training for your workouts and everything, but also don't just rely on that training. Also do some workouts on your own. If you can get into a gym, if you can do some runs or even a walk, anything to get your cardio up, that'll help you burn even faster. And you'll see the results a lot quicker if you add those two in together. Training will be intense, and your back is going to be on fire for a little bit. But if you can work through that pain, you'll be just fine. You'll get there. You'll get to the other side. I would say that first 6 weeks is where most people say, okay, I can't do this anymore. If you make it past that 6 to 8 week mark, I think you'll be just fine. Just hang in there. Do your best to hang in there. Encourage yourself, and you can do it. Hardy's going to show Slater what's up. Yeah, we're going to hear from the new TNA Knockouts World Champ coming up. Did you hear about the Becky promo? I did see that several people did not like some of the comments that she made during her promo. Yeah, I heard about that. I did. James saying, I had fish cakes and chips for lunch this evening-ish. I had hot cross bun with butter and a slice of cheese. Okay, James. Now, here's what I'm going to say. As a young kid in band, I learned to play the song Hot Cross Buns. I have no idea what it looks like. Can you please send me a photo, my friend? Please. Educate me. John saying, I heard about it. Okay. Yeah. Jason, the thing is to be active, stay active. That's going to help you recover also from the bumps during training and the different things you do during training. So keep moving, but hang in there. I really do mean that. I want to encourage you to really stick it out because, I would just say stick it out through the soreness, through the pain, through the frustration, because there are going to be stuff that you're going to learn that it's going to take you a bit to get. Other people may pick it up more quickly, but you may not, or vice versa. Just hang in there. Deanna saying we all learned that as kids and never knew nothing about it. Yeah, we did. I think if you had the recorders at whatever grade that is, you learn the song. James, that looks delicious. Wow, that looks amazing. Yeah, that looks good. Thank you, James. I am now more hungry than I was before. So, beginners training is every Saturday for a month. Yeah, yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun, Jason. Have fun with it. Learn as much as you can. Be a sponge. That's my trainer once said. Be a sponge. We are on our break now, and it looks like we're going to get Myron Reed up against Eric Young next. So let me go ahead and get that graphic up here. So here's a question for all of you. If you are a football fan, I have two questions for you. Do you prefer college football or NFL? And my second question is, who's your favorite team? And how long have they been your favorite team? Those are my questions to start out. Not necessarily TNA related yet, but I'm going to ask a TNA related question here shortly. But I want to get this answer first. If you're a football fan, do you prefer college or NFL? Who's your favorite team? How long have they been your favorite team? Myron Reed, they're showing last week. What match am I looking forward to at Clash of Paris? I would say I want to see Bronson and Roman. I think this is a big match for Bronson. So I want to see what they do. Eric Young telling Myron you're the third man in the group. When Trey comes back, you're expendable. You're done for. Eric saying you get to decide what side you're going to land on. Derek saying first question depends on the game. Favorite team, LSU and ATL. Been a fan since '98. I doubt it, Jason. I think first day you'll probably learn how to take a bump. You might run some ropes. Yeah, you might take a few bumps first day and run. They might teach you how to run some ropes. Depends on how basic they're starting out and how slow, what the trajectory is of the class, how they structure it. Eric Young making his way down to the ring. Terrence saying college football, Miami Hurricanes, NFL, Baltimore Ravens, but I love both. Been watching since 1982. So, question for you. Who was your team before the Ravens became the Ravens, Terrence? Brandon saying college, I would say Virginia Tech because of their entrance. Yeah, their entrance is awesome. Although Derek is going to get a real good close-up of one of the top entrances in college football on Saturday. Just saying. That we do things like that at the Real Death Valley, Derek. You know how it is. You know how it goes. Or maybe not. Maybe they don't do things like that in the SEC. I'm joking, Derek. Sean saying NFL football, Commanders, been a fan since '90. I was only 4. Dolphins, okay. So Mark Super Duper and Marino and all those guys, right, Terrence? Myron Reed making his way down to the ring. There, I got a joke with you, man. You know I'm not a trash talker at all. I don't do that. Um, I just want to see a good game. I just want to see two teams battling it out, and we'll see what happens. I think both teams are going to be good at the end of the year. I think it'll be interesting to see how the loser of this game, where they fall and how they bounce back by the end of the year. That's what's interesting about this matchup for me. Yeah, let me know in the chat, folks, who you got in this match. You got EY, do you have Myron Reed, the young GOAT? John Kessler saying NFL New York Giants since 1986. Who was the tight end in 86, John? Because I don't want to say the wrong name. I think I know who it was, but I just want to be sure. Sean saying, I'm so happy Terry McLaurin was able to work out a deal. Hassan saying, I vote for Eric Young. Andrew saying, Bears for the NFL. Notre Dame for college football. Been watching since the 90s. Your college team and my college team are starting a home and home, I believe, next year or the year after, Andrew. So yeah, looking forward to Notre Dame and Clemson doing some battle. Notre Dame just needs to join the ACC full-fledged, in my opinion. That's just me, though. Myron Reed with a dive to the outside, giving some love to the fans. Now he's throwing Eric Young back into the ring. Jason, Jedi Warrior saying, I love the Rascals intro at the beginning. Yeah, it's awesome. Jason saying both Penn State and Philadelphia Eagles. I was a fan of Philadelphia Eagles since Randall Cunningham played for the Eagles. I got to experience two Super Bowl championships. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Randall Cunningham was a problem back in the day. I love Randall Cunningham. I was not an Eagles fan. I've never been an Eagles fan, but I always loved Randall Cunningham. Eric Young has the eye of Myron Reed. Let's see what Eric Young is about to do. Ooh. Cover here. 1, 2. Myron Reed kicks out at 2. Mark Bavard. I thought that's who it was. I was getting him and what's the other guy's name? Bryant. Was he around the same time or was he earlier? Damien has Eric Young. So does Sean. So does Andrew. Mark saying I'll answer in answer to the first question. I'm a fan of both college and the pros. My favorite college team that I cheer for are the Maryland Terps. Clemson had a lot of good battles back in the day with the Terps. I remember some of those. Also, the alma mater of one AJ Francis that we saw earlier. Eric Young looks to be in control of this match. John saying, I am going to say EY wins with shenanigans. Derek says you tell Dabo have his khaki pants on. You leave Dabo alone, Derek. He's done nothing to you. He's done nothing to you. And he definitely didn't do anything to you in the national championship game, but we won't even talk about that. But Dabo is cool, man. I met Dabo when I was working at Play It Again Sports in Anderson, South Carolina back in the day. I was an assistant manager, and he was one of the wide receiver coaches. And he would come in and get golf clubs and different stuff, and was one of the nicest people ever, one of the coolest people ever. So he's a good coach. He's definitely has his ways, and he is set with those ways. He did venture into the transfer portal a little bit this offseason. But, Myron Reed now in control. 1, 2, kick out by EY. Jason saying TNA just put up a sign in the crowd. The cleanse is coming. Oh, I did not see that. Thank you so much, Jason. Derek said, look, I didn't know you during that national championship game. Man, listen. 1, 2 for Myron Reed. Kick out by Eric Young. Derek, let me tell you, man, I had some boys that were LSU fans and a couple that went to LSU, and I heard it. I heard about it a lot, whole lot. Because I was convinced, man. I thought for sure that we were going to win. And, man, yeah. Power slam by EY, 2 count for Myron Reed kicks out. Yeah, what is Eric Young? Eric Young is going after the referee, but Zach Wentz is like, nah, you're not doing that. Let's see. Myron Reed gets hit with a low blow. Eric Young. So, pile driver there. 1, 2, and 3 for Eric Young. So, Eric Young with some shenanigans, not necessarily outside interference, but he definitely had to cheat to win on that one. So, Eric Young with the win there. Dead Man saying you guys are glad that the TNA title for the women's back home. I asked that question earlier, Dead Man. I was asking everyone, how are you feeling? Because a lot of people wanted one of the TNA titles to come back. The cleanse is coming. They just showed it again. They want the Knockouts title or the TNA World title to come back. And that happened on Sunday. But a lot of people, not the biggest fans of Ash by Elegance. So I asked the question earlier, how are we feeling? Are you happy that TNA has the title back? Or are you kind of like, I hope she kind of drops it soon. We did see that earlier from Deanna. So they're showing the Knockouts gauntlet and Danny Luna doing some damage last week. Attacking her former tag partner, Jody Threat, and beating down Indy Hartwell. Let's see. Tomorrow, high school football starts tomorrow night in your state. Awesome. High school, there's nothing like the Friday night lights, man. I miss those days. Danny's saying she had a week to think about her actions. She's saying the whole world is talking about it. She says she gave everything to Spitfire and never complained. When it was her chance, Indy Hartwell got lucky, took that opportunity away from her. She says she's done being quiet and getting passed by. She says she's out of limbo. Wow. Awesome promo there from Danny. Let's see. Sean saying, I was shocked JC lost, but I was happy Ash won. Dead Man, yes, I'm glad it's back to where it's supposed to be, even though I might not like her. At least it's back with the TNA star. John, I'm glad the title is back. And actually, Ash is coming up next. So, and somehow, some way, I don't have that that graphic. So let me do some quick editing, and I will get this added if I can. If I can't, then We just won't have it, but see what I can do. So we are on another break, folks. So here's my TNA question for you. With Ash being the new Knockouts world champ, who do you think will be the one to dethrone her? Let me know. Who do you think will be the one to dethrone Ash by elegance? Will it be Indy Hartwell? Is it someone that we're not thinking of? Who would you like to see as the next TNA Knockouts World Champ? Second part of that question, I know I'm full of 2-part and 3-part and 4-part questions this evening, but do you think Ash has a long title reign? That's my next question to you. Does Ash have a long title reign? And by long, I would say more than 3 months at this point. That would be my definition there. More than 3 months. Even though that's not a long title reign, I think in today's wrestling world, titles can change a lot more rapidly than what they used to, I think, at least in my opinion. So let me know who, let's see what a few folks are saying. Let's see, we'll go ahead and get this graphic going. Mark saying, I am happy that TNA has the Knockouts title back, but I was kind of thinking that it will be at Bound for Glory. Same here, Mark. Same here. I thought it would be at Bound for Glory. I thought both would happen at Bound for Glory. Andrew saying Indy. John saying Indy. Jason, Indy Hartwell. Damien, I'm glad the Knockouts World title is back. However, I am shocked that the title was won by Ash, and I'm also shocked it happened at Heatwave. Dylan saying, Indy, dead man, TNA doesn't start for me until 9 p.m. I'm sorry, man. I know for some reason it's been starting at 9 on Access. I'm still not sure why. Right now, they are showing up. We've got Ava here. She's talking about the speed tournament. Candice LeRae, NXT's Laney Reed. Oh, this is going to be a lot of fun, this tournament. I've got to. Wow. So announcing that speed tournament first round match, Zaya Brookside against Candice LeRae. And Derek, I'm gonna be solo on here, so I'm gonna do my best to do the draft, but I don't know how. I'll try to pay attention. Ash is backstage with the rest of the Elegance brand talking about her win at WWE's Heatwave. She says she saved TNA. She says without her, the title will be in the hands of the enemy. She says we have officially entered into the Elegance era. She wants the most extravagant party and celebration. She wants that next week live. She says she's the savior of TNA. Good looking, Derek. I appreciate it, man. What's up, Jen Carter? A Jedi Warrior. Do they announce that match type for the Hardys versus Dudleys? If not, what? I don't know. That's another good TNA question. So let's ask that to the rest of the chat, a Jedi Warrior. What stip do you think is going to be for the Hardys and Dudleys? Up next, we're getting Fatal Influence going up against the Inspiration. Jazmyn Nix and Fallon Henley going up against the Inspiration. See, Dylan's saying surprised there's no representative for Raw for the women's speed tournament. I think that's going to be in another match, Dylan, maybe. I don't know. I could be wrong. Who's going to crash that party? That's a great question, Deanna. Who's going to crash that party? Throw out some names, folks. Throw out some names. Jason saying, Jeff, I have a theory about what might happen at Bound for Glory. I think Trick might lose the belt to Mike Santana at BFG Moose versus Oba for the NXT title. That, my friend, would be tremendous. I would love that. John saying, I would love for the match to be TNA's version of TLC, Full Metal Mayhem. 10 minutes. I just got the notification, Derek. I'm going to open the app. I'm going to try my best. But like I said, I'll do what I can. Derek saying an AARP match. Whoever can grab a Medicare card off the bingo table win between the Hardys and Dudleys. That's messed up, man. Listen, old dudes can still go too, Derek. Come on now. Router, but that's just me. Full Metal Mayhem. After both teams are inducted into TNA's Hall of Fame, maybe, says Andrew. On Access TV, they're showing a TV show called The Day the Rock and Stardust. Oh, that's what town. Oh, okay. Wow. Jason saying at Bound for Glory, I think Moose wins the NXT Championship. Oba has beat everyone in NXT. Here's a question for you then, Jason, and the rest of the chat. Is it time to call up Oba Femi? That's my question for you. Nice arm drag there. Hassan saying he votes for the Inspiration. Yeah, who do you have in this matchup? Fatal Influence looks to be in control of this one so far. I would like for them to do an elimination table match again. John saying, yeah, TNA has been airing Impact at 9 for the past several weeks. Question for you, John. Is there a reason why did they announce a reason as to why that is? Just curious. John also saying the Inspiration wins. James agreeing with that sentiment. Tag here for Fatal Influence. I wonder if Tazzy's watching somewhere. Brandon saying my pick is the Inspiration. Here we go. Cover here. 1, 2. 2 count. Another cover here by Jazmyn Nix. Another cover. Both teams trying to get a tag in. Inspiration really needs a tag. Cassie's got to tag Jess. Mark saying, speaking of Bound for Glory, I think Ava will make an appearance at Bound for Glory for NXT. I think it's possible. Yeah, Cassie just ducked under a clothesline attempt by Fallon Henley, who was on the outside. Jazmyn Nix tags in Fallon, and Cassie tags in Jessica. Clotheslines from Jessica. She's getting the crowd pumped up. She's getting pumped up. Big forearm and boots in the corner to Fallon. Now she's got Fallon and Jazmyn over in the corner, just kicking Fallon in the stomach. She's pumped. Throwing Jazmyn outside. Double knees to Fallon Henley. 1, 2, 2 count there for Jessica. Fallon is trying to get out of the ring any way she can right now. Dead man, you don't think it's time to call him up to the main roster yet? Okay. Sean saying, I think Inspiration win and Jazmyn Nix takes the pin, continue the tension and fatal influence. Nix got them thrown out at Heat Wave and JC wasn't happy. That is very true. Where do you think that tension goes, though? Do you think the group implodes and they end up going after the NXT title, or how do you think that resolves itself? Oh, Pele kick, double team move there. 1, 2, and wow. Cassie Lee breaks up that cover. That was going to be a 3 count if she hadn't come in there. Yeah, man, I heard sometime in September this year, next month, actually, that they're going to finally do the draft for WWE. The only thing that I heard, Dead Man, or read was that they're thinking about doing the WWE draft much like they do the NFL draft and having analysts break down picks and do different things like that. I read that somewhere. I forget where I read it. It could be completely false. Who knows? But that's what happens with rumors. Everybody reports things like they know what's actually going on or like they have actual sources, and a lot of them don't. Cover here, but Fallon Henley comes back in the ring, breaks up the cover attempt. Brandon, I hope the Dusty Classic returns at some point. If so, they should have an NXT bracket and a TNA bracket for both men and women. I would like that. John saying Fatal Influence kick Jazmyn out and replace her with someone new. Who's that someone new? That is my question to you. And I did not mean to rhyme this time, but apparently the Inspiration defeat Fatal Influence. So yeah, the Inspiration, do they have a date with the Elegance brand for those knockouts? Laney, okay. Laney Reed. Inspiration, do they have a date with them? Let's find out. Let's see. Do they have a date with them? I think we find out more about that next week at the live show, possibly. I think that's the match that we get at Bound for Glory. The Inspiration versus the Elegance brand for those Knockouts tag team titles. John saying at BFG where they beat the Elegance brand. Jason saying her ESPN wants to do the WWE draft on ESPN Unlimited with full analysis as well. Yeah, I mean, I don't do a lot of the rumors and the news sites and all that stuff. I try to avoid that stuff like the plague. But I sometimes on social media I'll see something and I did see that Trick is on the phone with somebody. Say he got attacked. He says not as part of his job. Said get here right now ASAP. I'm not going for this. Trick seems to be in some pain. James saying draft means bleep anyway, so what's the point? Yeah, I mean, that's my thing. If they're going to do the draft and stick with it, that's one thing. But if the draft isn't going to matter at all in 6 months, then it is what it is. So we're getting Mara Sadé and Tasha Steelz up next. This is one of the matches I was really looking forward to this week because I feel like Mara Sadé is another name that can be entered in at some point. Not necessarily saying right now, but I feel like we'll have a main event future in TNA. And I will say I would like to see Tasha Steelz win the Knockouts title again. So selfishly, we'll say. Deanna saying what draft? Exactly. Yeah, what draft? Yeah, because most times they don't even adhere to it. So, all right. Let me do this again, folks. If you don't mind, folks, drop a like on the video. Please, please, and thank you. And if you are new to the channel, welcome. We are so glad that you're here with us this evening. Hopefully you're enjoying TNA Wrestling with us. Hit that subscribe button. We're here every Thursday, and we love TNA. We've been doing it for a while, so really enjoy it. And many like-minded folks in the chat. This is a family. It really is a family. So thank all of you so much for joining us every week and being part of the family. And if you're new, let us know. Drop a comment in the chat. Let us know you're here so we can shout you out. James, the only draft we're going to get is from the windows in the autumn and winter. Johnson, I think we could have Mustafa Ali win the heavyweight championship and Tasha win the Knockouts championship, maybe early next year. You know, I think that's an interesting point, John, because they're really building up Order 4. They're making Order 4 look pretty darn strong. So that would not surprise me in the least bit. And folks, I am going to try to get a bite while I'm multitasking, doing about 7 things right now behind the scenes. But I will be right here. So if I go a little bit silent, I apologize. Just trying to get a little food. I am having I'm having pizza. I'm having a chicken bacon ranch pizza from Domino's. So coming back from break now. showing a video package here for Victory Road. Victory Road will be on Friday, September 26th, and we will be here for a watch along. Dead Man saying TNA just started for me, and I am on the clock, folks. So let me see if I can make this pick real quick. There we go. Ryan Nemeth, my favorite person in the world in the ring right now. Let's see what he has to say about his brother. Crowd saying, "Where's your brother?" Of course he had to go there. Of course. Of course. Nick Nemeth returns next week. You know what? So Ryan's out there, and now they gave Lish a mic. So I feel like they're doing this on purpose, folks. She said that the system needed to make amends for past mistakes, huh? So, Mr. Little Brother, let me tell you something. She said, everybody's waiting for that one person to shut your mouth. James, James, you got one.
Giggity, giggity, giggity.
There you go.
Right.
Oh, so apparently we're getting Eddie Edwards against Ryan Nemeth right now. And the bell starts, and Eddie Edwards gave him a chop. This is awesome. Beat him up, Eddie. They need to tell Ryan, we want your brother. Forearm here from Ryan Nemeth. Oh. Wow. Eddie Edwards in control early on here. Ryan is crawling towards Lish. Gets a chop from Eddie for his troubles. Chris is a Tennessee Vols fan. I hear you. How long have you been a Vols fan, Chris? Eddie Edwards with some punches there to Ryan Nemeth, throws him off the ropes. Ryan Nemeth getting in a little bit of offense here. Giving some kicks to Eddie. Ryan finding some time to talk a little trash to the crowd there. Liz trying to get the crowd behind Eddie Edwards. Eddie Edwards had a little bit of offense there, but Ryan with a double punch to the throat there. Ryan throwing Eddie Edwards hard into the turnbuckle. I think the crowd is saying Ryan sucks. That's not cool. Eddie throwing Ryan into the corner, but Ryan gets out of the way, and Eddie's shoulder hits that post. Ryan Nemeth in control now. Edwards kicks out there. Dallas Cowboys as well. So, Chris, how are you feeling about today's trade? How are you feeling? Ryan Nemeth right now has Eddie Edwards on the map. Ryan is being disrespectful, we'll say, right now. Just way too much. He's doing way too much right now. Uh-oh. Is Lish going to slap him? He's trying to get her to so Eddie can get disqualified. Eddie with another chop here to Ryan. That was brutal. Ryan with a counter, though, but step up insecurity by Eddie Edwards. Ryan Nemeth scratching those eyes. No, Brandon. He's not. Standing Tiger Bomb there for Eddie Edwards. He's trying to get the crowd behind him. Boston Knee Party. This should be it. 1, 2, 3. Eddie Edwards is victorious, beating the little brother, Ryan Nemeth. Hannafin mentioning how will Big Brother handle the system going after Little Brother. We shall see. He returns next week for the live episode of TNA Impact. Indy Hartwell backstage with Gia Miller, saying she believed in Danny. She says she will not back down. Santino now. Jody Threat versus Indy next week for number one contender. Indy saying add Danny to the match. Danny Luna and Jody Threat going up against Indy Hartwell. Number one contendership on the line. Getting a ad here for A Game. Sponsor for TNA Wrestling. The official hydration partner of TNA. Let's see. John saying the Nimbus are going to have to get some backup. Yeah, Mara Sadé and Tasha Steelz. Yeah, since they're outnumbered. That's right, John. And apparently I am back up right now, so. Dan saying interesting. It has like the white sauce and it's got cheese on here. It's good. Matthew, yeah, he is awake. I saw that he was awake and communicating with folks, so definitely happy to see him recovering for sure. KJ Carter in the house. We're at another break, folks, so since we've had a few people ask about it, if you watch WWE, are you looking forward to Clash at Paris this weekend? And if so, what match are you looking forward to most? Please let me know in the chat. James saying, any decent plans for the weekend? Are you watching Clash? Yeah, I probably will because my kids will beat me up if we don't watch it. Honestly, I'm just gonna hang out with the kids, man. They go back to school next week, so just gonna hang out with them, enjoy my time with them, and enjoy the Clash on Sunday. And yeah, that's it. Brandon said next week I'm going to be at the fair, which starts this Wednesday through Sunday. That's awesome. I don't ride rides at fairs ever, but I do partake in the delicious food. So just going to throw that out there. Coming back from break now. They are previewing next week's live episode coming to us from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Yes, they are, Deanna. Oh. They're recapping Joe Hendry's appearance at a WWE live event. Eric Young saying everybody asking why am I so upset? Says maybe he's the only one seeing clearly. The cleanse is coming. Joe Hendry. Wow. Says it started with Joe Hendry, but it won't end with him. The cleanse is coming. Wow. Eric Young. No news yet, dead man. Garrett saying Joe Hendry is the GOAT. I agree. I love Joe Hendry. I think he's awesome. But when you got a world-class maniac like Eric Young, you got to watch your back. Tasha Steelz joined by the rest of Order 4 coming out to the ring. Eric's got something cooking, says Deanna. Could the cleanse be the right? Hey, I think everybody assumed that they were going to WWE. Wouldn't surprise me if they came to TNA, honestly. Barry Monkey saying Hendry should have stayed in the UK. So this is last week. This is how we got Tasha Steelz and Mara Sadé this week. Oh boy. Oh, well. Guys, this draft is kicking my butt. I'll just say. Just gonna throw that out there. Just gonna put that out there. Mara Sadé making her way to the ring. Yeah, go to TNA and still do stuff with NXT. I like that. John saying EY is attacking everyone. No one is safe. Jason saying this would be awesome if the cleanse would be Killer Cross and Scarlet. They can show up anywhere, so they've been making some appearances from what I've seen online, so Mara Sadé and Tasha Steelz talking a little trash at the beginning here, getting a little acquainted with one another. Wow. Big shoulder tackle there. Nice arm drag from Tasha Steelz. Who's your pick to win this match, folks? Please let me know. Big slam there from Mara Sadé, a knee. Oh, knee to the back of the head. Here's a cover here. 1, 2, and kick out. Barely kicking out there for Tasha Steelz. Jason Hotch tripped up Mara Sadé. Tasha Steelz takes advantage of it. Damien saying Mara Sadé. John saying I'm not able to see it, but I think Tasha wins. Right now, Tasha Steelz is in control. Mara says Andrew. She's fighting back now. Tasha Steelz, though, stopping that offense real quick. Ooh, Tasha with a boot to the face there. Diving through the ropes onto Mara Sadé, dancing a little bit, letting the crowd know. Check out my swag. Order 4. Damn man saying, yeah, you gotta watch out for Eric Young. Yeah. I would, yeah, you don't want to have your back turned, Eric Young. Another cover there from Tasha Steelz. 2 counts. Right back to back. Submission attempt here in the middle of the ring here for Tasha Steelz. But Mara Sadé is not giving up. Sean saying, answering your question about Clash in Paris, looking forward to Roman versus Bronson in the 4-way match for the world title. Yeah, I think that's going to be good too. Yeah, that 4-way match is going to be really good. Sean says, I think Tasha wins. John saying, with the system being faced, it looks like Order 4 is going to be the top heel faction in TNA. Yeah, for sure. They're really making them look strong, too. I like that. I like Ali, so I'm happy about that. Really happy about that. Big elbow there from Tasha Steelz, throws Mara Sadé into the corner, but Mara gets those feet up. Now she's on that top rope. Drop kick from the top rope. 35 minutes left already. Crazy. I know, James. 2 count for Mara Sadé. That is crazy that it went that fast, man. Only 35 minutes left. And we've still got the Hardys going up against Leon Slater and Cedric Alexander. Ooh. What a kick there by Mara Sadé. Now she's going up to the top rope, but the great hands up on those ropes. Steelz takes advantage. Neck breaker from the second rope, but Mara Sadé kicks out. I just want to say this too. Thank you guys so much for being patient with me and sticking with me. It really means a lot. So I greatly appreciate it. It means the world to me. So I just really appreciate you all so much, especially everybody being so so engaged. That helps out a lot. So thank you all so much. John Schuyler and Jason Hotch trying to get I'm trying, Derek. I'm doing like 6 things at once, man. Am I gonna be that guy? Yeah, I'm gonna get a defense right now. Why not? There we go. I'm gonna be that guy. Mara Sadé going up to Agent Zero, not afraid of him. So she's not afraid. She ain't scared. 1, 2, 3 for Tasha Steelz. She got a cutter and put both feet up on the rope. So she really didn't need to, but yeah, Tasha Steelz wins that one. She didn't have to go. She didn't have to add that insurance policy, but she did anyway. So let's see what's about to happen. The great hands have Mara Sadé, and Tasha Steelz is taking advantage of that. I appreciate that, James. Agent Zero is now stepping into the ring. I appreciate that, Sean. Thank you, James. Agent Zero, wow. Takes out Mara Sadé. The Hardys. Hardys coming down there, and the Great Hands are in the ring. Agent Zero. So the Hardys and the Great Hands, and now Agent Zero is standing in the ring with the Hardys. Matt and Jeff take him out, though. Agent Zero is now on the outside of the ring, still on his feet. Nobody knocked him down. The crowd chanting for the Hardys. Jedi Warrior saying, "Here we go." That's right. So we've got the main event next, and that main event is going to be the Hardys going up against Leon Slater, the TNA X Division champ, and Cedric Alexander. Not too long ago, they were opponents, and now they're teammates. So let's see how this goes. Should be a lot of fun. This match should be a lot of fun. $9:30 right now. Dead Man said I'm at the Eric Young match. Okay. Yeah, for that late start on Access TV. Sean saying, I know this wouldn't happen, but it would be awesome if the cleanse Eric Young was talking about is the Wyatt 6. He has to cleanse TNA from liars and frauds. Dude. I like the way you think. I like that, Sean. John is saying, is TNA setting up a championship match between the Hardys and the Great Hands? I think so. I really think so. James saying, and people think WWE tell TNA what to book. Clearly not after the show. They don't do the intergender stuff. Yeah, I mean, so yeah. Yeah, they're not I don't know. I have a lot of feelings about all of that. Anyone that knows me knows how I feel about some of that stuff. But honestly, I think TNA, they gotta do what's best for them. And I don't think that as fans, even if you dislike WWE, I don't think people should get down on TNA for trying to get more viewers and build up their company. I've shared this before and I'll say it again. What I don't want to see happen is TNA to be bought. And I don't want them to be bought by WWE. I don't want them to be bought by anyone. I want to see them be successful. I want to see them go on a long, long time from now. So yeah, that's my hope for TNA's success. Jason Stauffer said, don't forget, Tom Phillips said Trick Williams' lawyer is en route to the arena, so I think Trick Williams will end the show tonight. It is very possible that he does. Matthew saying, keep TNA weird. You know, that's right. Keep it weird. I absolutely love weird TNA. Give me the weird gimmicks. Give me stuff like Wrestle House. Give me stuff like Swingers Palace. By the way, I really missed Johnny Swinger. Trick could end the show tonight. Yeah. There's a big man in a mask holding up a sign. The cleanse is coming. Yeah. They've shown that sign. They showed that sign a couple times, John. Leon Slater, the X Division champ, the youngest X Division champ in TNA history. Getting the crowd hype. There we go. So let me know in the chat, folks, who's your pick to win this match? Do you have Leon Slater and Cedric Alexander? Or do you have the Legends, the Hardys, taking this one? Let me know in the chat. Who you got? John saying it's good. This is a good match between Myron Reed and EY. Yeah, that was a really good match. John, it was really good. James saying, I bet Dango misses Swinger's Dungeon. Damian saying the Hardys. Andrew saying the Hardys. John saying I'm going with the Hardys. Deanna saying I don't have the Hardys. I don't have Leon and Cedric. I got Shenanigans in this one. Dylan saying the Hardys. Jason saying Leon and Cedric. Jeff Hardy starting off, trying to get the crowd hyped. Cedric Alexander going to start off in the ring with him. Should be a lot of fun, folks. I want to see if I can get the player that my son really wants me to get on my team. And hopefully Derek doesn't pick him. That's all I'm going to say. Cedric Alexander tags in Leon already. So now we got Jeff Hardy going up against Leon Slater. And this is interesting because Leon has been by the side of the Hardys and vice versa. So we'll see what happens here. DRO saying Leon and Cedric. Double DQ because Order 4 attacks both teams, says James. Do you think Cedric turns on Leon? I don't know. I don't know. It might not be who you were thinking of, Derek. That last pick, my son, like, he loves Luther Burden, so he'll be happy I got him. Oh, cover here. Two count there by Jeff Hardy. Cover here by Matt Hardy. 1, 2 count. Remember, after TNA Wrestling is Ravens Flock Wrestle Rewind. What? That was a lot of R's and W's there, Hassan. Tongue tied. Matt Hardy with the elbow. shaking out that knee. He might have landed kind of wrong. Side effect by Matt Hardy. Twist of fate. Cedric now in the ring. Matt Hardy's taking care of him too. Tag into Jeff. Jeff takes the shirt off. Looks like he's going to the skies. Went for the Swanton bomb. Missed it, however. Leon Slater dragging Jeff over to the corner. Makes the tag to Cedric. Matthew saying, I feel a Hardy loss coming up. Cedric Alexander just forearms and elbows to the back of Jeff Hardy. Leon back in there. Leon Slater really taking it to Jeff Hardy. 2 count there for Leon Slater. Crowd chanting for Jeff to get back up. He did briefly. But Leon Slater and Cedric Alexander have really been in control of this match. Cedric Alexander now has Jeff Hardy down on the mat. Drop kick to the back of the head there. 1, 2. 2 count for Jeff Hardy. Love seeing an AEW shot, Famous 2300 Arena last night. It was awesome. I did not get a chance to see it yet. So, folks in the chat, if you got a chance to see AEW last night, let me know how it was. Because I will be watching probably at 2 o'clock in the morning. So, Dead Man saying he would love to see Britt Baker come to TNA. DMD. Matthew saying Darby was fun. James saying it was an all right show. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to check it out. I will have to check it out. Folks, I'm going to do this one more time before we get back from break. But if you don't mind, folks, drop a like on the video. If you are new to the channel, welcome. We are so glad that you're here with us this evening. Hit that subscribe button. Come back and join us again. Be a part of the family. We so a 4-hour slate of shows. We do a Sunday show called Between the Ropes. And that show, we talk about the news, we debate, we have everyone's favorite segment, Airing of Grievances. That's on Sundays at 8:30, whenever there's not a pay-per-view or a bunch of stuff going on the weekend. This Sunday, obviously, it's a Clash at Paris, so we will not be on this Sunday. Tuesdays, we do Fireflies Forever. where we talk about the Wyatt Six, Bray Wyatt, and that whole universe. Every Tuesday. This past Tuesday, we did a pre-recorded episode, so if you didn't have a chance to check it out, go check that out on the channel, please. Thursdays, obviously, we're back here for TNA Wrestling. So the next time we'll be back on the channel is on Tuesday at 6 for Fireflies Forever. If that changes, we will let you know. We will post it and keep you all updated. And then we'll be back here next Thursday for TNA Wrestling, which next week is a live show, so don't miss it. We did a little bit a Jedi Warrior at the very beginning. Again, my statement is going to be the same. I don't know the entire situation. When I speak on things and form an opinion, I like to do so intelligently. So I'm pretty sure our next Between the Ropes, we will be discussing that. I'm almost 1,000% certain that we'll be discussing it. So that will give time for me to really do my research and homework on everything. But again, my point still stands. Regardless of the two sides, there's no point, there's no reason to do what was done in the middle of the ring. Go and handle that stuff. A different way. So, yeah, I don't. For me, anyway, I don't want to just. I'm not going to take up for anybody. What I'll say is they could have fought in the back. They could have fought in the locker room. They could have done something different than that. That's just not the place for that. Side effect there from Matt Hardy. Cover here for Matt Hardy. 1, 2. Cedric Alexander kicks out at 2. Matt Hardy saying delete. Oh, Cedric Alexander reverses. Dragon screw. Cover here from Cedric. 1, 2. 2 count. Cedric Alexander has Matt Hardy, but Matt Hardy sends Cedric Alexander into the corner, which trips up Leon Slater. Tag into Jeff Hardy. The Hardys. So here we go. Jeff Hardy with the cover. 1, 2, and a dive to break up the cover by Leon Slater. Back of the neck drop kick to Matt Hardy from Leon Slater. Leon trying to get the tag from Cedric. Leon's in there, boot to the face of Jeff Hardy. Alexander dragging Jeff Hardy over to the corner, going up to that top rope. Are we getting the Swanton 450? Leon missed it, but Leon landed on his feet. Matt went for the twist of fate. Wow, what a sequence there. That was insane. Leon going back and forth with the Hardys. Now Leon trying to get Jeff into position. Set him up again. Here we go. Slater going up top. Alexander with the tag. Let's see what happens with Leon. Leon went for the Swanton 450, but missed it. I don't think the Hardys realize that Cedric Alexander is a legal man. Leon Slater went flying cover here from Cedric 1-2. Jeff Hardy. Kick out. Crowd behind the Hardys. Cedric Alexander trying to pick Jeff up, but Jeff is fighting back. Matt with the tag. Matt is now the legal man. Twist of fate. Now let's see if the Hardys can capitalize. Jeff Hardy going up top. Swanton, let's see. Matt Hardy 1, 2, 3. The Hardys. That was a heck of a match. Heck of a tag team match. You got the guy in the front row there. He's dancing. He's got on that colorful shirt. He's having a good time. The Hardys with the victory. Crowd behind the Hardys. Let's see what happens here at the end of the match. Good show of sportsmanship from the Hardys and both teams, really. Shaking hands and giving hugs. That was a heck of a match. The Hardys raising the hands of Cedric Alexander and Leon Slater. Let's see. Matt Hardy saying delete. Trick Williams being shown backstage. He has his lawyer coming to the arena, was apparently there, and Trick Williams will address the TNA fans next. Dead Man saying I'm doing the Influence Tag Team match. That was a good match, Dead Man. Getting one more break before we end the show. So here's what I'm going to do. We can't score the show yet until we get Trick out there because I have a feeling something's going to happen. What's been your match of the night so far? Everyone in chat, what's been your match of the night so far? Please let me know in chat. Again, we're on a break from TNA, but definitely want to know your match of the night so far. Well, match of the night because we won't get another match. James saying that tag match, yeah, that was awesome. A lot of fun. Andrew agreeing, saying Hardys versus Slater and Cedric. Yeah, that was a good match. That was a really good match. Yeah, let me know. Jason saying Eric Young because he has piqued my interest with the cleanse. Yeah, that's very interesting. I'm like, I really want to know what the heck he's talking about. A Jedi Warrior, the Hardys. Damien saying Slater and Alexander versus the Hardys. So pretty much unanimous. Pretty much. Not completely unanimous. Pretty much. Before we get out of here, folks, let me know in chat as well. Do you have any exciting weekend plans aside from watching Clash, if that's what you're gonna do on Sunday? What are you doing this weekend? Let me know. Matthew saying, just what on earth could cause someone to harm a defenseless person like that? There's just no. Again, I kind of feel like if that was going to happen, do it in the back. Fights happen in the locker room all the time, and people never hear about them. I've seen a few. TNA Impact will be live next Thursday. They are previewing that right now. The return of Nick Nemeth. Derek said he's going to be in his drawers watching football this weekend. Brandon saying this Saturday is Lee Corso's retirement. I will definitely be watching College Game Day for that. Let's see who we got. Got the TNA World Champ, so let's see. Is he going to have his attorney with him? Trick Williams and his attorney. Still reeling from that beatdown from Mike Santana earlier. So let's see what the champ has to say. Saying cut the music. He said he was brutally attacked. Said he's not going for that. Says Santana is nothing but a coward. Says Santana wants to beat him up when he's not paying attention. He says it's a crime scene. Says my lawyer's name is. Didn't even know his lawyer's. He says these working conditions are unsafe and unfit working conditions. He says according to his contract, he doesn't have to defend it for a long time, 50 days. He doesn't have to defend the title. He says you got a problem, take it up with his lawyer. Santino apparently has a problem with that. So Santino's music hits. Let's see what we get here. Let's see. Santino's making his way down to the ring. He's like, enough of that garbage. Tricky. You think you're so smart, huh? Santino says 50 days. Let me do some math for you, do some calculations. Bound for Glory. The attorney speaking up now, telling Santana was telling Trick that he was going to defend at Bound for Glory, but the attorney says silence your voice when Trick is speaking. You will adhere to the contract. Uh-oh. Is he getting the Cobra? Cobra on the attorney. Oh, the lawyer gets the Cobra. Trick is leaving the ring. Yeah, what was Santino gonna say? That's the question. What was he gonna say? What match was he gonna make? He apparently didn't get that opportunity to announce that. So should be an interesting live show next week for TNA. Deanna said, I got my shenanigans. Yes, you did indeed, Deanna. Yes, you did. All right, folks, let me know what your scores are for the evening, and we're going to get out of here this evening. So let me know what your scores were. We will read those out, and then we'll head up out of here for this evening. And for some of you, like James Chadwick, 3 a.m. So if you're in the UK, God bless you for still being up. Dylan saying 9 out of 10. First score of the evening, 9 out of 10. Dylan McClure. 8 says Deanna. 9 says Sean Rousset. Let's see. Let's keep the scores coming. 8 for Garrett. And welcome, Garrett. I don't know if I've seen you here before, but welcome. If you've been here before, I'm sorry. I haven't shouted you out before. Brandon saying good night, Jeff. Take care and God bless. God bless you too, Brandon. Thank you so much for joining us, man. Derek saying 8.5. Andrew saying 9. John saying I give tonight's Impact 9.25 out of 10. Have a great weekend. See you next Thursday. See you, John. Thank you for stopping by, my friend. I think I'm gonna go 9. I thought it was a really good show. Hey, Heather giving us an 8.5 out of 10 for the show. Yeah, I thought it was a good show. I'm gonna bump it up a half and give it a 9. Personally, I thought it was a good show. So normally they do a really good job of building to pay-per-views and they build to next shows. They're making the live show next week feel really, really important, which I like. So I'm going to give it a 9 personally. I thought it was a really good show. I enjoyed it. Had a lot of fun with it. Seeing Santino give the lawyer the Cobra at the end was the cherry on top for me. So it was a good show. Hope you're doing well, Heather. Yeah, it was a fun show. So I had a lot of fun with it. So hopefully you all did too. Again, I want to say thank you to each and every one of you for hanging out with me on these Thursdays and being so engaged and chatting back and forth with me. Really appreciate it. Heather saying, I swear I'm not dead. Just a lot going on in the last few weeks. Had another meeting with Karen, social worker today. Too much going on. Heather, listen, life, we get it. It happens. There are things that are out of our control. There are things that take precedence over wrestling, and we get that. We get it. Just know that there's a community full of people here for you if you ever want to talk or if you ever just need to get away. We want to be here for you. So Dead Man is at Ryan Wrestling. James saying, if you don't like Santino, then we ain't friends. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Santino's awesome. I love Santino. He's absolutely amazing. One more time before we get out of here, folks, if you don't mind dropping a like on the video, that would be greatly appreciated. Yeah. Barry Monkey saying first half of the show was boring and went nowhere. And second half, much better. 7 out of 10. Okay. All right. Yeah, I will say this, Barry Monkey. The beginning of the show was a little slow. After the tag match, it got a little slow. It felt like it was a big peak at the beginning, and then for a little bit they kind of fell back down, but then they picked it up at the end. I enjoyed the show, like I said earlier. I thought it was good, but yeah, I agree. Second half was a lot better in my opinion too. Damien saying 8.5. All right, folks. Well, I'm gonna get out of here. Today has been a very busy day, but it's been a good day. So Chris saying 9 out of 10. Thank you, Chris. So thank you again. Thank you all so much for coming by and hanging out with me and watching TNA Wrestling and having some good conversation. And we will, we'll be back next week. I don't know who's going to join, if anyone. So come hang out with me. Hopefully it's another great show, and it should be really good with this being a live show. So thank you so much, James. I appreciate the compliment, my brother. Thank you, Derek. That means a lot, man. Thank you, Garrett. I appreciate that. Thank you all so much for joining me this evening. And if we don't see you on Tuesday, hopefully we'll see you back next Thursday for a live episode of TNA Impact from TNA Wrestling. So thank you all so much for joining us this evening. Enjoy the wrestling for the rest of the weekend. Stay safe. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much. Have a great evening. Have a great rest of your weekend. Take care.